Boxing Media in association with Boxro. Fabio Wardley, 14th fight coming up, I believe. Opponent, I think it was a last minute opponent?
Yeah, Kingsley Ebe dropped in relatively last minute. We had, I don't know how many dropouts now, maybe 3, maybe 4, lined up, signed, sealed, sorted, dropped out for whatever reason they picked. So yeah, it's been a bit of a difficult one. It's been a bit frustrating, but we're there, we've got an opponent, we've got a fight, so that's the main thing.
It seems like it's a common problem amongst the entire country, to be fair, getting guys that have maybe 10 fights in, getting the right opponents. How difficult are you finding to deal with that? Because obviously you want to prepare for somebody a certain style, etc., but you're just going to have to go in and do your job, aren't you?
Yeah, of course. It's not ideal. It's not ideal to have to kind of just wait and see, like especially with Kingsley. He's a switch fighter, so sometimes he's southpaw, sometimes he's orthodox. He's quite, and his whole general style is quite unorthodox as well. So I'd have preferred to have some sort of preparation for that, but you just have to take it as it comes. Ultimately, aside from everything, I'd rather just fight on Saturday night than not at all. So I'll take it, I'll adapt, and I'll come through with the win.
You know, route-wise, obviously you've dabbled at international level before with Molina. Do you want to go down the international route or maybe skip the British route just because it might be easy to get the fights than obviously waiting around with kind of guys behind me? I mentioned Nathan Gorman, so what do you think suits you?
And first off, I want to go for the British. I think that's the first kind of prestigious, high-level, good quality belt that I can really tick off for myself and say, you know what, that's a good one to have hold of. So once I've got that, or maybe even like the European Commonwealth, they're all in kind of a similar realms. So somewhere along there, then we can start looking at those more kind of higher level challenges, higher level opponents. But we get through Kingsley, we get the fight organised with Nathan. If it is even Nathan, it might not be him. It just seems like it's likely to be him. And then after that, that's when we start looking at serious opponents.
There's a lot of things in the way. Obviously, promoters having to work with each other, which is probably going to be the biggest problem because everyone's going to want to protect their heavyweight. So realistically, what do you think there is out there? Because Nathan's obviously fighting in Channel 5, so it seems quite unrealistic unless it's like a British title and it's a mandatory type of thing.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. It's difficult with different broadcasts, different promoters. But obviously, I know Eddie and Wasserman, they work together a lot on different fights and stuff. So it's not like they're not familiar with each other. They can work together. It's more so the broadcasting issue. So we'll have to figure that one out. But it's not impossible. It's been done before. It can be done again.
Cash Ali's a potential opponent as well, maybe?
Yeah, he's a potential. He's another one probably just below kind of me and Nathan, but he'd be in a similar level to being on par for that British title. So he's a possibility as well. It's more so whoever the board come up with, really.
Last one, Fabio. Prediction on the main event. Nobody can call it.
Yeah, it is. It is a hard one. It is a hard one because sometimes with Derek, you don't know what Derek's going to turn up. You don't know what he's going to do. You don't know how he's going to fight. Sometimes he comes for just to get stuck in, and sometimes he's not interested. But I think for this one, obviously based off the first one, the loss, he's got a bit of a grudge there as well. So I think he's really going to come stick it on Pulev, and I think he will come through with the win.
I think what you described him as there, you could probably tick all of them things because he's just sat in the corner, just staring at the ring post for the last hour.
Yeah, he's just like, he's not even with it at the moment. He's just chilling, like relaxed, and then he'll get in the ring on Saturday night and he'll be a completely different person. So he's just have to wait and see.
Good man, Fabio. All the best Saturday night.